Friends, I remember the first time I met Pastor George Khoury. He came into LLBN and I saw him from distance and I thought, wow, there's a face for television. I was really excited to have him involved in the Arabic network. Soon after that, I met him and we shook hands. He had a very firm handshake and looked me straight in the eye without blinking and a big smile on his face. I thought in the back of my head, oh, that's a man's man. He sure knows how to shake hands and look people in the eye. Excellent interpersonal skills. Well, soon after that, I sat in the audience. He stood up behind the pulpit and started preaching. And I heard that strong voice and that strong delivery. And I thought, hey, good preacher, good preacher. But then when I start hearing the message, I start to realize this is not just a preacher. This is a man of God speaking the truth with conviction. That really impressed me. It wasn't long after that sermon, I started getting to know Pastor Khoury a whole lot better, and I began to realize this is a man who lives up to what he preached. He's definitely a man who carries God characteristics throughout his life. He was very consistent when he was sick, when he had car problems, when he arrived having other issues in his life. At all times, he maintained character, and God came first. This is what I consider a man of God. I often believed to achieve successful results within any organization, the leader of the organization has to surround himself with people greater than himself. And in this case, it was the case not only with Pastor Khoury, but with many who was involved in our ministry. But Pastor Khoury certainly stuck out in a unique way that I really believe he's one in a million. He demonstrated God characteristics in so many excellent ways. So let me draw this little analogy or this small picture. If we're all to hold 50 candles in our hands and each one of those candles to be a pillar of who we are or to represent one of God's characters that should be embedded in us, I believe Pastor Khoury definitely had his 50 candles lit at all times. They were so lit that whenever I came in contact with him, I felt like just through his actions, that he was able to light up my dim candles or my unlit candles, brought them up to light. And I think that's how Jesus works. Jesus is demonstrated through our actions. And the whole idea is when you lit someone else's candle and filled the void of that character that is not being lit yet to light up others. And until it's lit, it's when we can start lighting other people's candles. And that's how the world works. That's how the words of Jesus works. And Pastor Khoury knew how that works. And the way he lived, it represents the ministry we believe in lighting lives, blessing nations. Jesus is the light of the world. I believe, and I think you would agree with me, we're living in the final days of this earth. And the books of heaven are closing and it's a final chapter or chapters. And soon after that, the Lord will come in and will raise the dead. Many who passed before us will be resurrected, who believed in God, that is. And many who passed after us will be resurrected, and we will all meet and reunite. And we will meet George Khoury again and catch up on all the things that we learned on this earth and lift up God's name and glory, because there is nothing like recognizing our God. And at that time, we know, and with no doubt we understand that He is the God and the only God, and He's the Father and the Creator, and He will be dwelling among us. Let me share this with you. In Revelation 21:3, and I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and He will dwell with them. They will be His people, and God Himself will be with them and be their God." So friends, let's rejoice and be strong. Death is not the end of the chapter, but rather the beginning to a whole new chapter, an everlasting life with Jesus, an everlasting life that's only possible through the resurrection that's made possible through our God and Father and Creator, Jesus Christ. God bless you.